Hey guys, what's good? Taco here, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Well, today, guys, it is no surprise. This is nothing new. The 4th gen Tacoma is now all over the dealership lots for Toyota all over the country. And same is here in Carlsbad, California, where we are seeing prices for a base SR5 range from anywhere from $47,000 to a TRD offer that I found here for $62,000. Let's discuss. Okay, guys, so I have been, for the most part, fairly quiet about the 4th generation Tacoma because I wanted to understand it. I wanted to see the pricing before I opened my mouth about it. And guys, I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. Like, it's beyond words. $62,000, guys, for a baseline TRD off-road. We're talking cloth seats, no advanced, no premium packages. We're talking $62,000 for a base TRD off-road with tires, wheels, and like a rough country lift, 1.5-inch lift. $62,000, guys. How in the world is a middle-class, hardworking man, woman, how are they supposed to be able to afford one of the most affordable mid-sized pickup trucks of all time? You see, here's my thoughts. Toyota's had 3 things going for them that made them legendary in the vehicle manufacturing world. They have been durable. They can take a beating. They've been dependable. You know when you get in and you either press that ignition button or you put your key and crank it up that it's going to start. And the third and probably most vital one is they are affordable. You can't get a better package than a Toyota. But as I'm looking at the direction Toyota is going in, I'm not going to lie, it is so disheartening. Because, okay, let's just say $62,000 for this whatever package and $53,000 if you didn't have the wheels and tires on it. An SR5, guys, is like 47, almost 50 grand. By the time you do taxes and your fees and you pay interest on like a 72-month loan, you're going to be spending probably close to like $65,000, $70,000 on an SR5. And you're going to be spending much more on a truck that's costing $62,000. Let's look at this iForce Max Limited Tundra that's going for $67,000, $5,000 more than a baseline TRD off-road. Guys, that is mind-blowing to me. Like, who in their right mind is going out and buying these Toyota Tacomas right now? Like, who? Because, I understand if this is what you do for a living and you're making videos on trucks and doing reviews, like, I get it. You need to get the latest and greatest and review it. There's no harm, no foul. I get that. But how are people like you and me, let's just say you and me, we've got different jobs and we're not doing this for a living. How are we supposed to be able to afford these types of vehicles? How much life are we going to get out of these vehicles? And does it even make sense? Like, what are you going to buy when it comes time to buy a new vehicle, if these are the options you have? Okay. And this is not, let's tear down Toyota. This isn't a complaint about, the turbo 4-cylinder. I'm just saying, for what you are getting, how are these prices happening? Because, before you could buy an SR5 for, maybe high 20, low 30,000s. And here we have an SR5 in underground that's got tires, wheels, a set of Go Reiner sliders. And I believe this one, guys, is around $54,000 for an SR5. For an SR5 Tacoma. And I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, have seen the release pricing for the TRD Pro and the Trailhunter. They're talking about $62,000. Guys, I just showed you a baseline TRD off-road for $62,000. Those models, the Pro and Trailhunter, I'm going to guess easily $75,000 to $85,000 at dealerships. And if you get all of the, aftermarket accessories that Toyota offers at their dealerships and you get the fully loaded package, by the time you do financing, over $100 grand. Over $100 grand. I'm calling it right now. Over $100 grand. Like, it is going to be insane. Like, how are people ever going to get their money back? Like, you could buy a Toyota and it would hold its value so well. There is no way these Tacomas, these Tundras, and these new 4Runners that they just released or are talking about releasing here next year are going to hold the value that the 5th gen 4Runner and the 3rd gen and 2nd gen Tacomas and 1st gen Tacomas have held. Like, there is just no way that's going to work. And it's not just about the powertrain platform, because that's for another video. But guys, what I'm saying is these vehicles are getting so expensive. It's just like, how are people supposed to be able to afford this? Like, I can't, I mean, like, to me, like, I can't even justify, like, I can't even find a good excuse as to why I should have to pay this much for a pretty baseline pickup that was costing about half as much in some cases, or at least 25 to 30% less with the previous gen just a few years ago when they had the naturally aspirated V6. And guys, I have been reading articles and forums that go back years, 3 or 4 years from now, and I'll put one of them up, of what Tacoma owners were hoping to get from the 4th gen Tacoma. And I'm going to tell you right now, we are so far away from what so many people wanted. And I get it. There are some people that like it. And I get it. It's new. It's exciting. It might drive great right now. But how's that thing going to drive in 4 or 5 years? Are we going to get the same lifespan out of these Toyotas that we got out of the same Toyota, manufacturing company that we were getting 25 or 30 years? My dad bought a 98 4Runner in 98 and 99. It was used, slightly used. He paid like $13,000 for it. Okay? And that thing is still going great. The only thing that's not original on it is like the air in the tires. Okay? Like, I just don't see these vehicles lasting. And that 4Runner, guys, never got a recall. And I'm seeing these Tundras now with recalls. It seems like every other month there's a recall on something. And I understand Toyota's having to iron out some things and work through some things. I can understand that, and I can appreciate that. But guys, I just feel like for how much money these vehicles are costing, for the people that they've gravitated towards, for the people that have just cherished the Toyota name, guys, I feel like they're failing. I feel like they're failing us. But once again, I'm willing to look past my thoughts, and I'm willing to ask myself, maybe I'm failing by not understanding a bigger picture here. But I think the bigger picture is, and I get it, the regulations, the emissions that the government is pushing upon vehicle manufacturers is pretty disgusting, because I feel like they're not able to produce and make the same quality of vehicle that they used to make. But ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, are we failing, or is Toyota failing? Let me know.